Butter 2. I'm Brady Davis Candy, board chair of Gang Gang, and on behalf of the Gang Gang board, staff, and our volunteers, we're grateful that you could all join us this evening to kick off Butter 2 and kick off Labor Day weekend in Indy. I'm also proud to serve as Chief Customer Officer for AES Indiana, who is the title sponsor of Butter. Our commitment to invest in Gang Gang is reflective of the work and the impact that they're making to create a better place for our customers to live, work, and play right here in Central Indiana. 2 years ago, I received an email from Alan Bacon and Molly Jeffers asking if I had time for them to run a concept by me. That concept was Gang Gang. Their idea was centered around helping to build equity within and grow the creative economy here in Central Indiana and beyond. And with Butter, Gang Gang's signature event, we're doing just that. Just look around this room right now. Can you go ahead and give an applause? That email and conversation took place, I believe, in July of 2020. I could have never imagined then that the vision would bring together the city in a way that it has today. Last year, we expected 1,000 people to attend this event. We ended up selling more than 3,400 tickets. This year, we have tripled the space. We've tripled the space, we've increased the amount of artists, and we've already sold triple the amount of tickets today than where we were this time last year. And all of you who are joining us here today are helping to make that possible and helping to change a very important narrative. We know that creative cities thrive, and when cities embrace culture, the creatives thrive. Indianapolis, because of Gang Gang and visionary leaders like Molly and Alan, are transforming the city and giving, and I believe that we are on the cusp of something that we actually don't even know what that's going to look like a year from now. And so just one more applause for the work that they're doing. Molly and Alan are going to join us here in just a couple minutes, but before that, I first want to introduce John Owens, who is with JP Morgan Chase, another sponsor of Butter. And I just wanted for a minute, because looking around this room, I know, and they're listed outside, there are so many corporate sponsors for this event. This could not be possible without all of you in this room. So thank you for those who are attending, and thank you, John.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? I cannot believe they gave me a mic. This is your fault. Okay. First off, this art is so hot they had to turn on the AC. So let's give a round of applause to all the artists. My name is Jonathan Owens. I'm a market director of wealth with JP Morgan Chase. I'm so excited in order to represent our firm, the over the 2,500 employees that we have across Indiana. You gave me a mic, so I'm going to do it. I walked in this place last year not knowing anything about art, other than my mom dragging us to the IMA when we were young and we couldn't wait to leave. But I walked in here and I saw the diversity of people, the diversity of art, and how this organization has brought a buzz and an energy to Indianapolis and brought everybody together. I walked in last year and I was amazed. And now you look across this room, you beautiful people, this beautiful art, and this has to be a staple of Indianapolis from here until forever. Yeah, let's give a round of applause for that. So at JP Morgan Chase, it's in our fabric, diversity, inclusion, culture. We always say, bring your authentic self, to work. And Gang Gang and Butter is exactly that. So through our work and our resources, planning, investment strategies, also advice, because we are ingrained in this community in order to hopefully create generational wealth. And that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to partner with Gang Gang and Butter, because what they're doing for the artists and the resources and the sponsorships that they're giving is only making our whole society, our culture better. So on behalf of myself, my JP Morgan Chase family that came out real thick tonight, I want to say thank you. By all the art in this place, and then I have the fortunate to support my family. So I'm gonna give some shout outs. Miss Deanna Craig, who graduated with me from DePaul. She might have went to Cathedral. I'm a Brebeuf guy, but I still love you. Also my mom's soror. Mr. Sonny over there with the works over there, basketball family. And then Miss Tenoria Askew, who might not be here, my favorite artist because I love to eat and she's a phenomenal chef. But I get to introduce Molly, who I've known since I was 15. We were in the same class at Brebeuf. We always knew you were talented. We always knew you were phenomenal. But man, you're doing some big things here, and congratulations.
Thank you, John. I'm actually kind of nervous. Can you guys hear me? Is it fine? Thanks. Okay. All right. I'm going to go a little longer than everyone else, but I feel like there's things that we should say. So hi, welcome to preview night of Butter. I can't believe Butter just started. Oh my goodness. The AES Indiana Butter, presented by JP Morgan Chase, has on its first day blown me away. There is something very special happening in Indianapolis. There is a creative startup called Gang Gang that bursted onto the scene in 2020 talking about cultural reparations. We set out to activate the creative economy to make our city become a model for other cities on how to become more beautiful, cultural, and equitable by centering culture and the arts. We have been experimenting on Indianapolis for the last 2 years, and your presence tonight is proof that it's working. Thank you for being here. Butter is a multi-day fine art fair that centers the care and the economic viability of Black artists across the country. We created this as a strategy to test new models toward equity in the arts industry. We did this as equity in action. In 2021, Butter sold $65,000 in artwork that all went to 22 Indiana-based artists in one weekend. Yes. 30 days later, that number grew to 175,000 directly into artist households. The thing here is that we are the creatives working, making innovative, transformational progress in our sector. We are creating opportunities that advocate for cultural acknowledgement and for economic justice. And Butter is one of those strategies. In just 12 months, we've entered Indy into a national conversation on equity. We've engaged, I can't read my writing. We are supported. Thanks so much, babe. I really can't read that word. But I was trying to say that we are supported by two of Indy's biggest corporations, AES and JP Morgan Chase, in year 2. That's not normal. That's not normal. Yeah. Butter has changed artists' lives. We've sparked a renaissance in the creative community. Gang Gang brought creatives, artists, people of culture together in the name of the arts to change communities. Thank you for joining the gang. Thank you for your participation in Equity in Action. Thank you for being on the forefront of a new renaissance, of a new art fair in the Midwest that celebrates the incredible creative minds of Black artists. This is what we mean when we talk about building the ecosystem. When we teach that Indy needs an infrastructure to support the arts, this is what we mean. Discovering and creating opportunities for creatives like Grace, who's somewhere around here, who is in the culinary industry in a city that hasn't figured out all the ways to leverage her skill. Or like Brandon at the bar, the mixologist, or Nick, the DJ. Yes, they're a team, yes, there's a team of 26 creatives that are passionately working on a giant production because this is how they want Indianapolis to feel. Team members, can we just raise our hands, team members, so we can all clap at you? Team member, team member, team member. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I have 4 things to leave you with. If you don't remember any of that, 4 things to take away, if nothing else. Number 1, butter is well on its way to be to Indy what Blink is to Cincinnati, what South by Southwest is to Austin. It is intended to be Gang Gang's annual fundraiser. We do this so that we elevate the narrative and the worth of Black artists and the art that they make. There is no fee for artists to participate. We work to exhibit their work in a way that is worthy of the art. Our goal is to sell 100% of the works in this show and to give 100% of those dollars back to the artists. Yeah. Oh. This is the Equitable Art Fair, and Indianapolis, you should be proud that you made it. Number 2, sponsors. You made this happen. To our incubators, the ICF, thank you. To Allen Whitehill Clues, other top sponsors, One America, Indigo, Kite, Mace Chemical, Visit Indy, PNC, Browning, Elements Financial, and so many more. You made this. Thank you. Number 3, thank you to the Butter 2 co-chairs, Alelia Bundles. Yes, shout out Alelia Bundles. Murda Pulliam. Jasmine French. Thank you for your leadership. To Cora, wherever she is, you have done it again. Thank you. And to this year's curatorial team, including Brady Eulis and Sarah Green, I am honored and proud to have had you as part of this team and to have curated this exhibition with you. Yes. For my last point, we make butter to support the art sector and the artist. Gang Gang is raising $500,000 by the end of 2022 with a focus on individual donors so that we can keep fulfilling the demand and so that we can keep fulfilling the supply, okay? So that's what's happening. Congressman Carson being here today and wanting to speak is, again, proof of what's happening in Indianapolis. We appreciate the support. We appreciate you following us and following our progress. So please take the stage. Those are my words. Thank you so much. Please come back this weekend.
Thank you, Molly. Wow, thank you, Molly. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Gang Gang, for this wonderful event. I remember coming here a year ago and just feeling blown away by the artistry, by the local creatives, the Black artists, the highlight of Black excellence. We know that we've seen communities come and go in Indianapolis. And this particular community hasn't always been welcoming to Black creatives or Black entrepreneurs. But now, with the partnership of fellow Hoosiers, Gang Gang, Butter, is becoming an epicenter, not only in the Midwest, but all around the country as a model for what we can do to pay back artists and highlight their creativity. So, you have a friend in me, you have an ally in me, we love you. But just so you know, Molly and Alan will be in DC in a few weeks for the Hip Hop and Politics panel. It looks like Erykah Badu may be there. Fat Joe had to cancel, but we're going to have a lot of artists. We're going to have the head of the Indivisibles. They're going to be there, and it's going to be exciting. And who knows? We may see a Netflix special talking about Gang Gang. We'll see. Thank you.
Switching out the mic.
Check. Thank you, Mr. Cook. All right, I'm the last speaker. I'm about to give it to him. No, I'm not. Babe, I'm not gonna give anyone anything. I don't want to be in trouble later for giving someone something. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of this cultural renaissance of Black creativity. Thank you for coming alongside Gang Gang and this journey of liberation and culture and the beautification of our city. Thank you for supporting Butter and these phenomenal artists. People always ask about how we came up with the name of Butter. I mean, the name of Butter simply was an idea or something we used to say back in high school. We used to make like baskets while hooping, while playing basketball. We used to say Butter. That's where Butter came from. There's no rhyme or reason to it. That's Butter. And then we thought it would be cool to name an art fair Butter. Everyone has their own relationship with butter. Butter is essential. Butter adds flavor. Butter is about taste. Butter also spreads. Butter melts. There's so many properties to butter. Butter also represents emotion and equity. And as we talk about this event, you can feel butter, like Congressman Carson mentioned. You can feel the energy and see the elevation. Butter is eclectic. This is excellence. Welcome to our vision for the future of Indianapolis. Welcome to Butter. And as we're talking about excellence, we have some of the best artists in the world among us. We have the best tattoo artists in the crowd today. And we also have Dorian Phelps. And I'll leave you with this. We have Dorian Phelps, the best drummer in the world. Enjoy Butter. Thank you for coming.